In this video I will show you how to load a CSV file and make a quick diagram from that. I will start off by opening up a new project, and this is just going to be called Earth123. I make sure that my central meridian is set up correctly. I can also add this project into a specific subfolder. I'll just use the district for that. In this case, it could be any name that you want. The district name will be used on the diagram, so we need that. The location. And the township or the town name. You can also add the date surveyed. And just say OK. Now I'm going to import coordinates. So these points will now be used to determine our Earth areas or Earth boundaries. But before we do that, I will first load my town survey marks. And SurveyMaker has a very nice tool called Beacon Search, which will search for all the town survey marks and trig beacons in South Africa for your region, and you can tell it to search within a specific radius. Now the program uses the setup or the settings that you define based on a central coordinates that it calculated from the points that we already loaded. So if I now press this button, search for beacons, the program loads all the points for the region. And if it's the first time you use this utility, it will take a little bit of time for this to load. And what will also happen in the background is the program populates those points into Google Earth for you, so you can have an idea of where those town survey marks are. We select it and import the points we want to bring into the project. And there you can see all my points. Now I'm going to just classify these points by going to Data. And firstly I will select the first 5 points, which are my points I imported. And just say they are 12mm pegs. And only the selected points must be updated, and you'll see the beacon codes have now been updated. The cadastral codes needs to be done as well. So these are all my placed beacons, and then I'll select these two and call that reference marks. Now the cadastral codes have been updated as well. Obviously, if you know them, you can also enter them by hand. Now we're ready to load our urban data into our urban file. So we go to Cadastral, Urban File Tool, go to File and create a new urban file. So the program already used the information you used. It's already placed it in your projects folder using the subfolder Overberg that we created earlier. And I just have to say save. And so now the file is opened. I would first go to select the data from the main screen. So I'm just going to zoom in there a little bit. Now it automatically adds your snap mode to DTM point, and if it doesn't, you can just switch it on there. And literally just click out your Earth. You don't have to close it. You can just say accept, because there is an option to close the figure. If I just take that out of the way, you can see it's an open figure if I tick that tick box. I like to generate my plan names, and then I will go to my type 1 data. This is where you will add your servitude, indicator, or connecting data. It works in the same principle We don't have any servitudes in this diagram, so I'm just going to go to type 2 data, which would be our reference marks and trig beacons. And I would go to edit and say new type 2 definition, or you can just press Ctrl A. Now the heading needs to be typed in with proper capital letters in the right places, because this will be printed on the actual diagram. And then you can actually zoom in and out on the main screen if you don't see the numbers. I'm just going to position it like that so I can see those values. And then you just type in the actual names of those points exactly like they appear and press enter, and the program will go and pull them in from your data set. Alright, so one last thing to do is to just check your consistency. You don't need to check it here, but it's just useful to see that you can do this. And then I'll put in my figure description. And that is all that's needed. So I'm going to go File. In fact, I'm just going to add my earth number there as well. So the area schedule, if you do GPs, we'll use this area number or earth number in the area schedule. We don't have to press save, you just go close, and it asks you, do you want to save it? And obviously I would say yes. Next is to generate the actual diagram. So we go to cadastral plans. You can also press F7, and then the actual template loaded. The name is written at the top of the screen, but you can change the templates by just going to template and saying open template, and there's a list of templates available that have been preloaded on all new ServerMaker installations, and you can choose the one that's relevant to your case. Then we will load our oven file that we have created. I will immediately go to figure controls. I will create my figure, and as you can see, the size is not what I specifically want, so I'll just change my scale a bit, press enter. And just to show, you can also add a rotation, and you can also move your figure around and beacon descriptions. So you just click on these data blocks and move them around where you want to position them. Okay, maybe we should put our north arrow up here, and then all the information is automatically populated into the diagram. Because the figure has been placed, the beacon descriptions can now update, so I'll just say apply all. And one last thing is to put my signature on this drawing. So I'll just click on this section that says add signature here, and you can see it is written there. So I'll remove that text there and load my signature and move it in position. Now once you save this, I'll save a cadastral plan, and it's a SMX file, and if I say apply all now, my file name is also written on the diagram, and that is a complete earth diagram.